I'm watching a video on the Michaela Peterson podcast. It's Yeonmi Park, who escaped from North Korea and then was sold in sexual slavery in China, and then walked the Gobi Desert with her mother to get to Mongolia, and then was free, and then went to South Korea, and now is in the United States. Last night I went over my results from understandingmyself.com, Jordan Peterson's personality assessment, and his explanations, every one is kind of catered to how you scored, or is catered to how you scored, and you get like 3 or 4 paragraphs on each quality. And I've really focused on neuroticism, because there was some combination, like people who are like high in openness or openness to experience, and also high in neuroticism, put a lot of thought into their goals, their plans, but they rarely implement their plans into practice, or their goals. And that's exactly how I am. There's so much that I just don't do. I mean, I try to do a lot, but I don't follow through. The benefit of seeing that clearly, and I've already read this stuff, and maybe it hit me before, but the benefit of seeing this stuff is that I can redirect my focus on how to combat these things. Another thing that he outlines or explains is that neuroticism is this quality that believing things were bad before, they're bad now, and they will continue to be bad. Now, I thought that was just a negative reimagining or re-remembering of the past, and that I just had this vague anxiety that held me back from having straight glasses. Crooked ears, crooked glasses. Wicked world. This vague anxiety that just always held me back from, and that I needed to break through, or at least keep trying. And that seemed like a hopeless task for a while. However, I haven't given up. But now I see that it's a latent quality in me, that I'm highly neurotic. Apparently I'm highly neurotic, but I'm also exceptionally extroverted as well. You can be both. So I was watching this podcast with Yeonmi Park and Michaela Peterson, and she had nothing. She had less than nothing. She had natural qualities taken away from her for most of her life. And now she is an activist, a human rights activist. It stops me in my tracks. I sometimes think, when I go through therapy or get treatment or something, and then I come home and I'm like not doing very much, I think, why do I even deserve this? What is this even for? And I don't know. I think that it's to it is to be able to give something back, to do something. She says, Ms. Park says, you know, freedom is responsibility. Freedom means responsibility. I just saved a quote from Nietzsche. It was on Instagram yesterday, saying that freedom is the ability to become growingly indifferent to the world, to hardship, to everything. That's a pretty crazy way to say it. But I think it means more, I think Nietzsche had this way about him. It means more that you're not stopped by things. You know, you aren't held down. Like when Satan leaves all of creation at the end of Lucifer, he just, the comic, and he just wants to find something else. You know, and it ends with him flying toward something else. You don't know what it'll be. You don't know if it'll be anything, but he's just headed toward something else. I think that is relevant. That I have the right or the ability to not be held down by all of these things, all these actual things around me, but so that I can do something else. I'm looking at reducing neuroticism. I told my psychiatrist I'd been depressed, or thought I'd been, or my therapist thought I was depressed, and he said we should meet again. And I'm going to talk to him about this, that what I have is really this, who I am, or the state of me, you know, a psychological condition, not really a life condition. I don't have that much going on in my life. Well, I'm not, you know, making huge waves. And see what we can put together, I guess. I don't know. It's a big breakthrough. It really is a big breakthrough. I mean, we'll see what I figure out. So, that's what I got.